And now we're in the kitchen with Chef Katy, and we're going to cook with ginger today.
Fresh
ginger.
Fresh ginger, yes.
What are we gonna make?
So we're gonna make a really simple ginger peanut sauce that we're gonna put with some veggies and some soba noodles, which are buckwheat noodles, that we've already cooked and they're chilled.
Great.
So this is a really simple sauce. You probably have most, if not all of these ingredients at home already. First, we will peel and mince this ginger. So I like to use a spoon.
Oh, a spoon.
And actually, it takes the skin off.
Nice.
Pretty
I'm a little
easily.
intimidated by working with fresh ginger.
So you could peel it with a knife or a vegetable peeler, but you would lose a lot of the flesh that has so much of the flavor, and we want to retain that. But we will peel it like this. And if we were using this in a different application, like say we were maybe juicing it, which is a really nice way to use fresh ginger, we could leave the peel on as long as it was washed. It's not gonna hurt you or anything, so.
What do you think the advantage is to fresh ginger flavor-wise? Because obviously you can buy it in a lot of different forms.
Yeah, this is really, really bright, and it'll get you right at first. And it's a good thing to blend with something that's like really rich or really fatty or really savory, because it's a good counterpoint to that.
You have to just cut right through.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I am just gonna show you a couple different things. So we could mince it like this, which is the same way that we would mince garlic. Just get it really fine. Or another way that I like to do it is to use a microplane, which is like a tiny zester, basically. So, and we just have some fresh garlic here, which I'll probably just do a little bit of, since we're not cooking this. We don't want it to be too intense, but the fresh garlic is also a nice balance to the fresh ginger. They're really complementary. So I did want to use fresh. You could use roasted or powdered. Just maybe, actually just a little bit. And then
Another very
peanut.
strong flavor.
Yes. So peanut, and this is just a creamy, unsalted peanut butter, but you could use whatever you had around. And then this is some soy sauce and some apple cider vinegar and a little maple, just to sweeten it up a little bit, and it'll make the savory flavors sing.
Nice.
So there's that. I use my hands all the time. They're your best tools. Use your hands. Wash them and use them. So then we just whisk this, and it'll thicken a little bit from the peanut butter.
Oh, and the flavors. I can just smell the...
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So we can even put in, let's put in just a little bit of that minced ginger too. Why not? And then we have some soba noodles here. Do you want to pour that sesame oil? This is just a toasted sesame oil. Pour that over the noodles and then kind of toss them around with those tongs. And I am just going to zest and juice this fresh lime, which will get a little bit of the ginger in there too that's still on the microplane, which is awesome. It smells so good. There's nothing quite like fresh citrus.
Yeah.
And then...
We're definitely eating with our nose first. Here.
Yes, that's true. So then I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit here and massage this just to kind of break it down a little bit. And then a little salt too, I forgot. Do a little salt. Just massage this to soften it a little bit. And then we will throw in these noodles. We won't use quite all of them. Then just tossing here. So you could make the sauce a little bit thinner if you wanted it to be, you know, not quite as thick as we have it here.
But it's breaking up and coating everything.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Thanks. And then I have some cherry tomatoes that I'm just gonna have really quick, a few of them for us, because they're really fresh and bright, and then some chopped cilantro, which is always a nice garnish. Tomato. So this is really rich. The cabbage should be a good balance to how rich the peanut is. Okay.
All right.
So
the smell, I wish we could bottle that smell. That's fantastic.
you should bottle that. It's nice and rich, but you get the burst of ginger and the citrus.
Well, and it's fun because you get that peanut butter first, but then there's so many layers to the flavor.
Yeah.
And they sort of come forward in turn.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
Chef
you.
Katy, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We've had our noodles. Now it's time for dessert. What are we gonna make?
So I already made us some cupcakes. So these are pumpkin cupcakes, and they have fresh ginger in them. And I actually was super excited because I got the first pie pumpkins of the season. So I roasted them and pureed the pumpkin, and so genuine pumpkin, Iowa pumpkin in those.
And then just minced, minced ginger in there?
I would take ginger and peel it with a spoon, like I showed you earlier, and then just mince it and stir it in the batter. So I used a pretty typical pumpkin cupcake recipe and just replaced the powdered ginger with fresh ginger.
Nice.
So it's got more of a pop, and yeah, it's really great.
All right, well, I can't wait to try that, but you also have a wonderful buttercream idea. More ginger.
Yeah, so you gotta put frosting on cupcakes, otherwise they're muffins or something. So we're gonna make some buttercream, and so really standard buttercream with some butter. This is a soy butter, powdered sugar, vanilla, and then instead of a liquid like a milk or non-dairy milk, I actually juiced some whole ginger with the skin on, and then juiced a little bit of carrot too, just to, sometimes if you put just ginger through your juicer, not a lot of it comes through.
Okay.
So I did
The carrot kind of pushes that
exactly, yep. And it actually adds a really nice tint
Color,
to
yeah.
the buttercream. So
And it's a wonderful blend. I mean, they really complement each other well.
carrot and ginger.
All right.
Yeah. So all we're gonna do is just make our buttercream with this softened butter. There we go. And then we're gonna measure out our powdered sugar and sift that. So you do wanna sift the powdered sugar so it's not lumpy, otherwise you're gonna have
Lumps.
lumps and unpleasant buttercream. So we're just sifting this, and then as soon as this is sifted, we'll add it to the softened butter. And I do kind of like to just push it through too. Yeah, so this is a treat. This is like an insane amount of sugar, but that's okay. And you will end up with more. So we have a dozen cupcakes here, and this is enough for probably 2 dozen.
2 dozen.
Yeah. And it freezes, buttercream freezes. You can put it in the freezer and then just let it thaw and give it a stir and use it. So it's a nice thing to make a double batch. I always feel like almost everything, just make a double batch.
Right, as long as you're going to the effort, you might as well put some away for later, right?
So now we'll put the powdered sugar in.
And the butter was at room temperature to make it nice and
was.
easy to cream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we didn't have to let it go that long. And then I'm just going to very gently turn that on to get it going. Add a little vanilla. Once some of the sugar is incorporated, you can turn it up a little. And then the carrot ginger juice. All right, so now we'll take a little bit into a dish, and you can frost a cupcake, and we can eat it. Okay.
Here's a dish for the...
Thank you. All right, so there is some ginger buttercream, fresh
that is
ginger
beautiful.
buttercream.
Yeah.
There's that.
All right, and we're not gonna get too fancy here. We're just
No,
gonna...
I mean, you could have like a piping bag
Sure.
and all of that, but I feel like just, yeah, putting it on like that is great, and I'm not a fan of the like frosting that's taller than the cupcake. Like, I want some cake with my frosting.
Oh, to each their own, Katie.
Well, true. You might feel differently. Yum. All right, so I will cut this in half and we can share it.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. That is decadent.
Oh, it is decadent. Wow. That is delicious. Now I'm getting ginger and butter and sugar.
Yes.
Not a lot of carrot, but it's subtle.
No, I
It's
feel
there.
like it's more the color. I mean, maybe if we really thought about it, we could get the carrot, but no.
No, and the cupcakes are delicious.
Thank you.
Pumpkin-y and gingery and delicious.
Thank you.
Chef Katie, thank you.
Yes.